in the center of supernovas and meditate and wait for a challenger who can hold up an able without Cain. I'm saying it loud, hoping that they can amount instead of me laying them out painfully. So maybe we can run to a session, write our life inside these lyrics with some fucking aggression. Show the world that we gon' make it, we don't love the attention, but we just run and welcome one and all to fucking ascension.
Homeless Herald. I've been living on the streets of Dcuo since about 2020. I had an organization of haters called the Rat Packers. It took me down, took everything that I had to start over. What you mean I give up? I've already given up. Look at me. I'm homeless. I get a lot of backlash because of the way that I look. Maybe because of the way that my character looks like he smells. Maybe my character really does smell. I don't know. But I get a lot of backlash. Some people are good people to me. Most of them aren't, especially on the hero side. I'm homeless. Why would you ask if I have a home? Look at me. This is like a, I don't know, like a temporary spot. It's not good when it rains, of course. Get really wet. But I have a place where I can shack up at, if that's what you're talking about. It's not homey, but I guess it's home. Well, my good friend, if you'd have paid attention to where we were when we were coming here, would have known that we were in the sewers of Robinson Park. This is the Robinson sewers. This is where I collect things and stuff like that. Hold on, wait a second. I see something. All right. I've been playing Dcuo for quite some time. Really don't want to discuss the years, even though it's been pretty much my whole life. So, yeah. Not necessarily. All it takes is a little bit of reading, and you'll be able to advance in this game. Some teamwork. You're in there. I definitely don't believe that there should be a cap, but I do believe that there are some tweaks that need to be considered, looked at when it comes to the game. Give us back our OP-ness, bitches. Sorry. I got Tourette's. It's missing content that's more intriguing to view upon. We need environmental destruction. We need to be able to change our fractions if we want. We should be able to do a lot of things. We need to get rid of the false shadowing elements. It's horrible. It's ridiculous. Cast double shadows at times. And we should be able to fly to the different zones that we want to go to or run to them. Super speed dynamics should be faster. The super flight should be faster, especially when you're cranking it out when you're in the middle of the sky somewhere. You should be able to hit Mach speeds. I mean, there's so much that could be done to this game that could give it, more of a, and of course, It needs a facelift all the way around the board. I'm sorry, what was the question again? Best years were the advanced mechanic days. Those were my best years. The worst is, I feel today, as to where they have this the stats clamp on us, and our gear means nothing when we go back into the lower tiers. It's ridiculous. So the more golden days, the beginning days, were the better days for myself. Oh, this that I'm laying on? Oh, it's Matt Super's mom's placenta. No, I'm just playing around with you. This is actually a giant Anunnakian booger. It gives me superpowers. So I touched it, and I tasted it, and it made me stronger. I think what would be cool right now is if they put additions to the power sets that we already have, right? Giving us a wider range of options to explore when it comes to using our powers. I think that water could use more animation and more harder hitting moves. I think that our weapon system can use maybe 3 or 4 more new moves. So I think honestly, add on to what we have right now, and then we can worry about other power sets. Power sets though, if there were going to be a power set that I would probably really enjoy playing with, it would have to be antimatter. I would love to have the shit that the anti-monitor has. Oh, MG. Being able to scale the color playlist for the powers, I think it would be cool, but at the same time it would make things confusing. Right? Seeing a green quantum flashing about everywhere, you might think that it was hard light. But me personally, I don't feel like it's necessary. But it would be cool though. I think the Flash episodes would give some nice content. There's so many comics that they can choose from to base their content off of. I don't understand why they don't just go for the comics, but maybe it's because of copyright infringement or something of the sort. Who knows? But there's so much from the comics that they can implement into the game and just have us where we're reliving the comics, but through, this type of gaming experience. I feel it should be like that anyway. It should have started like that. So this is in honor of my very first tune. I'm not going to speak his name because he was very infamous. But this is basically like a metamorphosis process for me. The shedding from my old tune to my new one. But it's a reminder of what was. And I am now the new and improved, hopefully, version of what my old tune was. Definitely, I believe that if there's anybody out there that like to do interior design like myself when it comes to their base, it would be golden for that. I feel like the new Subway Duo, we should have a Subway base, kind of similar to this, except with like a little train that rolls past every now and again. It complement my style a little bit better, don't you think? Favorite event? Halloween. I love the game nonetheless, so I'll give it a good 9.5. Stats. I think that the stats are important to have because the stats increase your character's potency. I do honestly feel like artifacts are carrying more nowadays than anything, so it's kind of like a money grab type of situation. I don't think that it's fair for the free-to-play players to not be able to advance this fast, but more or less the artifacts bring enlightenment to the game, but at the same time kind of ruin it. It's kind of like a gray area with me when it comes to that type of situation. But most importantly, I feel personally that stats matter most. So eat your feeties. No, never. Because I got the feeling that it's going to be the same shit, different toilet. So yeah, it's like there's nothing that I haven't seen already. It's recycled bullshit. It's fun nonetheless, but still, shit still stinks. You can tell. Look where we are. Our bathroom's literally right over there. My advice to new players is to read everything that prompts you and try to understand whatever it is that you don't understand. Ask questions. The game is similar to being born. It's in reference, you have the brainiac womb. So, like being born, you don't know anything when you come into this game. You have to get to a certain development point to where you can start to understand things. It's like stages of life, right? Once you get to a certain maturity, when it comes to this game, everything will be alright for you. You'll start to experience it in a different way. And it can sometimes be addicting. So, brace yourself for that ride if you're willing to stick it in for the long run. New players, I suggest that you find a collective that you're cool with and stick to them if you can. If not, you try to find another cool collective and stick to them. Don't necessarily hold yourself at bay because you have a team that's okay. If you can find a team that's greater than them, my advice, start rolling with the greater players. You'll learn how to play a lot better. So, that being said, happy gaming. To the veterans, I know what you feel. I know that our heydays is long past us, but the thing that you need to do right now is try to enjoy the game as much as possible. I don't think they'll ever go back or even try to blend in something that will allow us a similarity of the heydays. For you die-hard players, big push-ups to you guys, because you're the true aces of the game. And you guys deserve more recognition. You should be making your faces more apparent out here. And to all of the people that are trying to take my style, you should eat Richard Johnson the long way. That's from a political type of view. I hope I don't touch anybody's nerves when I say this. No. I think we should leave that into the real world, but it's okay. I don't mind, but I don't think that it should be celebrated. I don't think any culture should be celebrated like that. Now, what we can do with the game is allow a worldwide range of styles that we can adapt to with our characters and things of that nature. And that could be in honor of a specific culture. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to look at it from a standpoint as to instead of celebrating Black History Month, why not just during Black History Month release more Afrocentric urbanized styles, hairstyles, rings, necklaces, you know what I mean? shoes, nice little kicks and stuff that's up to date, nice looking jeans and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And make things nice. You can even put some business wear in there or whatever you want. You know, but you can make it more alive and more hip hop ish or something like that, because we know pretty much nowadays the black culture consists of business and hip hop, or hip hop and business. You know what I mean? Personally, because I'm a heterosexual man, I feel that it's unnecessary to promote people's sexuality like that, especially to the youth, and doing it in masses. Typically what we're seeing is Pride Month being associated with Black History Month. And to the eyes of some, it's not like that, but to the eyes of many, it is. Two different things. I don't know why the African American culture is being associated with homosexuality or the LGBTQ community, but it is. I do realize that there is a lot of people out there that, you know, prefer things a certain way in their life, but well, let's be real here. What goes on behind closed doors should stay behind closed doors. It's nobody's business as to what you like. If that's what you like, that's what you like. Why put it out there? Why put it out there to the world? You know, if it's supposed to be a disclosed relationship between you and your significant other, that's what you're supposed to have. Right? It's nobody else's business. And who cares what your sexual preference is? Hell, heterosexuals, we don't have a holiday. You know, little short people, they don't have a holiday. Right? Yeah, I feel like the stats clamp is what's ruining the game, honestly. Because why are we grinding so hard to achieve this end-tier gear, and then it serves no purpose for us when we go back into the lower tiers? Didn't we have to grind from the lower tiers all the way up? Or is it because they're giving away CR skips? I don't know. But I think they should get rid of the stats clamp. There's no purpose in it, and it's taking the enjoyment away. All they have to do is just make the ads healthier. But we at the higher tier, we shouldn't be dying from these ads, because our gear is so much better from that tier. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand us not being able to kill them fast enough, but the way that they kill us is insane. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Tier 1 ads, when you queue it up, 4-player alert, will dog walk you. Like, no bigger. They will dog walk you. And it's messed up. And then when you go up into the content where you're supposed to be at, you have no problem. You know? Look at Gotham. And look at me. Can you imagine me running around in a bright sunny place all the damn time with this fucking coat on? And I mean, Gotham just suits me. That's why I moved out to Gotham. It's dark. I'm dark. It's dirty. I'm dirty. It stinks in odd places. I stink in odd places. So, yeah. Wouldn't. This is perfect for me. I'd like to give a shout out to the homie Perfect Hills. I'd like to give a shout out to the homie Brawley. I'd like to give a special shout out to all of my haters. And with this message, I want y'all to take heed to it. While you was out watching, getting your hate up, I was out clocking, getting my weight up. Just look at the results, man.